Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Tank Be Chopping, and I'm back with another haircut tutorial. Alright guys, so what we're gonna be doing on this cut is we're gonna be doing like a undercut, disconnected comb over, whatever you want to call it. Basically, we're doing a small fade on the sides, leaving the length on top, and we're not really connecting the sides to the top. So as y'all can see here, guys, what I'm doing is I'm starting off by setting my initial guideline with my Gamma X Evos. And as you can see, we're just setting in that fade line, taking all that excess hair off. I did use the shaver, however, I did not record it. But nonetheless, guys, now what I'm doing here is I have my Gamma X Ergo. I got my lever all the way open, and I'm coming up a section. And now what I'm gonna do, guys, I'm gonna start actually doing some down fading techniques. So I'm going in with my number 2 guard, and I'm going all the way up to where the short hair meets the long hair, taking all that off, because remember, guys, we are doing a disconnected fade. It doesn't need to be 100% faded in, but you don't want to go too short on this side, because then it's gonna look awkward when he combs it over. It's gonna look like it's too short going into hair that's too long. You know what I'm saying? All right, so what I'm doing now is this is my 1.5 guard. Lever is open, and I'm coming right below what I did with my number 2 guard. And then as you saw me do right there, I just closed my lever all the way, and I'm coming right below what I did with my 1.5 guard lever open. So basically what I'm gonna be doing here, guys, is some down fading technique. Now here is my number 1 guard, lever all the way open, coming right below what I did with my previous guard. And as you can see, I am using a slight flick out motion. I'm gonna be going over some of these sections a good amount of time, just to be, just to be really consistent with it, make sure that this haircut is coming out the way we want it to come out. And then I'm gonna close my lever when I feel is needed to go ahead and start attacking this bottom line. And I know it's not gonna get that line out 100%, and that's totally fine, guys, because I still have the 0 guard or the 1/16 guard that needs to come in after this, basically to tie this blend together. And that's what I am doing now, guys. I have my 1/16 guard, my lever is halfway open, and what I'm doing is I'm attacking that bottom line, and well, not the very bottom line, but the line from the clipper open, and as you can see, it's taking that line out, but I still need to adjust my lever a little bit just to get rid of some of these discrepancies. And then it did leave some dark areas above what I did with my 1 guard, so I'm gonna have to go back in and detail it a little bit, but that happens sometimes. It's all good. Sometimes you create another line, and sometimes you have to go back in and clean up those areas, and that's totally fine. So now I'm gonna start attacking this bottom line. This is my clipper with the lever all the way closed, and as you can see, I'm just coming up, a very small amount. I would say maybe like 1/4 of an inch, if that. I'm coming up a little bit using a slight flick out motion, and as you can see, it's getting rid of some of that line. It's not taking it out completely, but we can take that out completely with the trimmer. And then as you saw me do right there, I adjusted my lever open, and I came up a little bit more. So basically, we're gonna keep adjusting our lever open until this bottom line fades into the rest of the fade. And you also want to make sure you're using a slight flick out motion. That way, if you do take that lever or that clipper too high up with the lever open, it doesn't leave a harsh line. And then if it does, we can always come back in with other guards to clean that up if needed. So now that is done, guys, I'm going back in doing some detail work. So I went in with my 1.5 guard, adjusting my lever as needed. This is my number 1 guard, and basically everything I'm doing now is just some detail work. So you're gonna adjust your guards, go back and forth if needed. You may just use 1 or 2 guards, but for this particular fade, I'm adjusting a lot between the 1 and the 1.5 guard, and then the 1/16 also every now and then, just to make this blend come together and pop. And as you can see, this blend is coming together. The blend is looking a little blurry. You know what I'm saying? Now I got my trimmers. These are my X Evos from Gamma. Going back in, trying to get rid of that bottom line. And then now what I'm doing is I'm gonna go ahead and set up my client's lineup. I start off in the middle of my client's hairline, or in the middle of his forehead, set in my first initial guideline, and work my way over. Now, if you pay attention there, he is kind of light in the middle of his forehead, but however, that same word, right? However, I'm not going all the way up into that lineup, you know what I'm saying? I want to keep it still kind of natural. I am gonna enhancement, gonna add some hair fibers and some no drip. So it's gonna make that look a little nicer, a little sharper, but you don't want to push that hairline too far back, you know what I'm saying? You just want to tap at it and give it a nice straight line and come all the way over to the vertical bar, hit that vertical bar up, and then y'all know how your boy does it. And once I set in my lineup, I have to go back in and detail it some more, because once I put that lineup in there, to me, it makes the haircut stand out more, and I really really have to go back in and clean it up some more. So as you can see, that blend, it looks pretty good right now, but we still got to go back in and make it look even better, and that's what I'm doing right now. This is my 116 guard or my 0 guard, whatever you want to call it. Going back in, cleaning up this blend. And I don't know if y'all been paying attention or not, but I've been using nothing but Gamma tools on this haircut. Y'all know how your boy does it, man. I like to switch things up, use different tools that I have. But if you are interested in any of these tools, you can actually go to the Gamma Plus website. I have the link in my description. You can go to their website, use my code TANK10, knock anything off from there, and they'll give you a small discount. And then I'd greatly appreciate that also, guys. But nonetheless, going back into this fade, as you can see, I'm just going back in, doing some cleanup work, putting different blades on there once again, adjusting my lever open and close. Just getting these, getting these lines out, getting these dark areas out, cleaning up all these discrepancies, just trying to get this blend as blurry as we can possibly get it. So now that the left side is done, guys, we're gonna move on to the right side, and we're gonna be doing the same exact thing. Well, I say the same thing, but I actually did different steps on this side of the haircut. But nonetheless, I'm gonna talk y'all through it. This is my number 2 guard, just cleaning up the bulk, going all the way up to where, he wanted the part to be on this side of the hair. And I'm just cleaning all that up. This is my 1.5 guard, went in with the lever open, now closed. And now I'm gonna set in my next guideline, going in with my lever all the way open. And as you can see, we're coming up about 1/2 inch or so, trying to keep it really consistent with what we did on the other side. So sometimes fading one side at a time isn't the best thing, but if you know what you're doing and you've been doing it long enough, you can fade one side at a time and the blend will still come together. So this is my number 1 guard, lever all the way open, you know what I'm saying? As you can see, it was cleaning that up, and then I closed my lever, and it even looked like this blend already came out. However, I'm still going back in with my 116 guard just to clean everything up. And then once that is done, I'm gonna try to attack that bottom line. Clipper all the way closed, coming up just a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Just a hair up from that bottom line. And then I'm gonna open that clipper little by little until I get all the way up into the rest of the blend, using a flick out motion. That way I don't create any harsh lines. And then if there still is a line at the bottom of this blend, I'll just go back in with the trimmer, take that line out, and then just detail it as needed. Alright, so before we get into the rest of this video, I want y'all to know that your boy did hit 5K subscribers like last week. I just dropped the video on that. So if you want some free tools, I'm giving away like a Stylecraft saber. I'm giving away a Babyliss backpack, the Vibe FX. I'm giving away a lot of stuff, man. I'm going to be adding some more things to that here in the next week or so. So y'all go to my last video, find it, you know what I'm saying, my 5K giveaway. Just listen to it, pay attention, and if you want to join that giveaway, go ahead and do that, because I will be going live Monday. I believe the date is January 24th. Not 100% sure on the date right now, but I did say it in the video. So y'all check that out, guys. I will be going live at around 6:30 or 7 p.m. that next Monday, and we're gonna be giving some stuff away, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's go ahead and get back into this haircut right here, because that's what we're focusing on. As you can see, I was just cleaning up my client, doing some detail work, and now I decided to go back in and line him up with my Gamma X Evos. And once again, guys, these are the X Evos with the new X Pro blade on it. So this is personally my favorite blade from Gamma and Stylecraft. The other blades were, they were pretty good. I still haven't used the Ultimate blade, the original one, but as of right now, this was my favorite one. I might just copy it, throw it on these trimmers and see what it does. But anyways, guys, you can see I'm lining up my client, trying to get his front line up nice and sharp. We are going to add enhancements, like I said, guys, but we just trying to get it as straight as we can get it right now, and then we'll go back in and add some enhancements to really make these lines pop. And once again, guys, y'all know how I do it. Once I set in my lineup on my client, I like to go back in and detail it. So now what I'm doing is I'm adding my 245 no drip. This is some hair dye, you know what I'm saying, semi-permanent hair dye, and I'm just spraying this hairline, just a little bit at a time. I don't want to leave it too dark. I want it to look semi-natural, but I do want it to be sharp also. And if you are interested in this airbrush gun, this is probably one of the best airbrush guns that I ever used. I have the link to this gun in my description down below. Now what I'm doing is I'm adding some hair fibers to my client just to make this lineup look a little more natural. So I did hit him with some hairspray, and I'm going back in with them hair fibers, hit him with some more hairspray to lock in them hair fibers, and now I'm just touching up this line with them trimmers, making this line look super, super sharp. That way this blend comes out super dope. Alright, so now that is done, I'm finishing off this blend. Well, not this blend, but I'm finishing off this haircut with my razor, and I'm just going over his hairline, everything I do with the trimmers, just to get this line super sharp and get it to pop. I could have added some, did that my color pencil, you know what I'm saying, the Barber pencil, just to make it pop even more. But I think it's looking good as is, so that's the reason why I did not do it. But anyways, guys, check it out. This how my boy came into the shop looking. It had been about 2 weeks or so before he came in, before the last time he came in, and this is the finished product. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this haircut in the comment section. If y'all like this video, please make sure to smash that like button. Also, if you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe one time for your boy. Remember, guys, go join my 5K giveaways. The last video I posted right before this one. Also, if you're in the Houston, Texas area and you want a haircut from your boy, you can go on my website, tankbechopping.com, schedule an appointment right there. But yeah, YouTube, that's basically it. I appreciate y'all for watching. Until next time, let's go. Yeah.